Hey guys, let's get cooking. Okay, so for today's episode, we're going to be cooking 2 beautiful ribeye steaks, one in a cast iron skillet inside and one on the barbecue outside. Then we're also going to make some gorgonzola mashed potatoes. It's going to be easy and delicious. All right, so we have our boiling water for our potatoes. We have our 2 beautiful ribeye steaks. We've got heavy cream, milk, gorgonzola cheese, sour cream, butter, cream cheese, and our red potatoes. We're gonna put real simple, we're gonna go salt, pepper, and garlic powder on both sides, and then we're just gonna leave it to the side. One key thing to remember when you're cooking steak, either if it's on the cast iron or if it's on the grill, is to make sure that you're not cooking a cold steak right out of the fridge. You wanna let it sit, let it come to room temperature, and that's gonna help keep all the moisture inside the steak. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our salt, our pepper, and our garlic powder for the top. Don't be afraid to put a lot of seasoning on the outside. That's what's gonna form a really nice crust when you put it on the skillet. Guys, and don't forget, you need to season both sides of your steak. All right guys, let's go ahead and take the first steak out to the barbecue. When you take your meat off the grill, the cast iron, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you cover with aluminum. It's going to continue to cook. I like to rest my meat for about half the cooking time. So if it took me 10 minutes to cook the steak, I wait about 5 minutes. That's usually my rule of thumb when it comes to resting my meat. Okay. What we need here for the pan frying of the ribeye steak, you're going to want to have a cast iron skillet that's been seasoned, which I'll do a video on that sometime, and you guys will learn how to season a cast iron pan. Once the cast iron is really hot, you're just gonna add a little bit of olive oil. And then you're gonna just kind of move it around in the pan. So once that's all incorporated there, you're just gonna grab your steak. That's the sound of victory, folks. While we wait, we get 2 tablespoons of butter, unsalted, and then we smash our garlic. Don't touch the steak, just leave it alone. If you get your tongs and you try to move it and you feel like it's not moving in the pan, just leave it alone. There's a thing called the release point that once that crust is formed on the pan, the steak will become loose and you can move it, and then you flip it. That's when you know your steak is done on that one side. We've reached our release point. See how it nicely moves around in the pan? I'm gonna go ahead and look at that. So now that that's all done, you go ahead and put your 2 tablespoons of butter in. Add your garlic, about 3 or 4 cloves, depending how much you like garlic. So now you just want to go basting your steak. Just gonna get that butter, tilt your pan, and just put that right over the top of your steak. All right guys, so the steak's done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off. We're gonna let it rest. Don't forget to cover your steaks with aluminum foil. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna salt our water. I just kind of put a couple of tablespoons. Just drop that in. You always wanna salt your water whenever you're doing potatoes, pasta, anything like that. So after you add the salt, just give it a quick mix. Now with the potatoes, I like my potatoes with the skin on. If you don't, you can just take them off, but I like to just do like a rustic mash. So I just quarter my potatoes and I throw them into my boiling water. Now that our potatoes are cooked, the way we know that the potatoes are cooked is we get a fork, poke them, make sure that they're not hard, that the fork just goes right through, their fork tender. So we're just gonna go ahead and dump all the water out. You can then put the potatoes right back in and put all your ingredients and just mash them straight in the pot. So this is the ribeye. We have the grilled ribeye here, and we have the pan-fried ribeye here. We have the gorgonzola mashed potatoes, and now we're gonna go ahead and give it a taste. All right, guys, so we're back. We have our volunteers. We have my sister Janelle.
Hello.
And my brother-in-law Libby. So we have here 2 steaks that I made 2 different ways. We're just trying to see which one of the 2 ways is better.
No, wait.
Okay, so he's ready to jump right in. So we have, I guess this will be steak number 1, and that'll be steak number 2. So Janelle's with steak number 2. All right, let's see what Libby thinks about steak number 1.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful? I'll take it.
That one's pretty good.
So we like number 2 as well. So we got number 1 and number 2. Let's see.
I think I like that one better.
All right, so.
I think I like this one better.
Ooh, so we have a tie. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because I went with number 1. So that was really good.
And that's my wife in the background. She doesn't want to come out on the camera just yet, but she likes number
1.
1. All right, so I like number 1. I can taste.
That one's really good. This one I think you can taste the crust more.
What do you like more? You like the crust on this one more than this one?
I think I like the mashed potatoes more.
The mashed potatoes are really good.
But
I think the crust on this is more pronounced than this one. This one's really good. You have that like crisp.
On the crust on this one? So you like the crust better on this one? Flavor-wise, would you say that one tastes better than the other one?
I definitely like this one better.
I think this one tastes better.
All right, so this one is the barbecue. Number 1 is the barbecued steak. And then number 2 is the pan-fried steak. So in my opinion, I think that number 1 has a little bit of smokiness to it, which I think you guys can agree. You can feel that.
Salt, you can taste the salt a little bit more.
On the number 1, I like number 2. I think better. Let's give it a taste. Let's try.
Should dip the steak.
I don't know.
I'm done.
I like garlic, so I think I like number 2 a smidge better. I think Janelle's right on when she said that the crust is a little bit better on this one, but on the barbecue one, I really do enjoy the smokiness that comes with it.
Yeah.
And it's so tender. They're both very tender. I think that the barbecue is actually a little bit more tender.
I can break this up with the fork. I don't even need
this guy's pleading his case right now, guys.
I do think this one held the juice a little better, though.
So,
this is so much softer.
This is what I'm going to tell everybody behind the camera. Try these out yourselves. Let me know which one you guys think is better at home. And just drop it in the comments down below.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I want to thank everybody for stopping by and enjoying these wonderful treats that we had today. Thank you all for being here. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to see new videos every week. Thank you guys again. See you next week. All right, guys, so we have... Okay, so...
Just so that Janelle has...
All right, so... It's hot. Wow, that is smoking.
Taste the mash.
Oh man, it smells so good. Yes.